Hey beautifuls, it's the Victory of God here, and welcome back to another vlog. Today I'll be answering some of your most frequently asked questions about my music journey, my faith, my music school, and my future as a Christian artist. Some of these questions came from you, and I'm so excited to answer them. So let's get started. Before we begin, these first 3 questions are in French, so I translated them in English for today's Q&A. Let's start with my music journey and how everything began. So the first question, translated in English, when did you know you wanted to become a singer? So I wanted to be a singer since I was 4 years old. Singing has been a part of my life since I can remember. At first, I didn't think that becoming a singer was possible because I didn't have the money, the connections, or the opportunities. I thought I would probably end up doing something else, but I never stopped loving music. So I prayed to God to help me become who He truly created me to be. Looking back now, I can see that He was guiding me all along. Question 2. How did you discover your musical gift? As a child, I loved experimenting with my voice. I would sing along to songs on TV, copy riffs and runs, and high notes just for fun. My family started noticing my voice before I realized it was a gift. Later, people at church overheard me sing during masses and stuff like that, and they started to encourage me. They gave me opportunities to sing at masses, at baptisms, at communions, and helped me to become more comfortable singing in front of others. That's when I realized that singing was a gift that God had given me. Question number 3. How do you continue developing your musical talent? I keep growing by practicing my voice every week with vocal exercises. I know in my day in the life vlog I didn't put that in, but I was just taking a little break. I'm gonna do it again now. Also studying production, songwriting, composition, and music engineering in school, and just constantly learning new things. I also spend time praying because I believe that God helps us grow in the gifts that He has given us. I listen to Christian music for inspiration, write new song ideas whenever they come to me, and in the future I hope to learn the piano to continue improving as an artist. Now let's talk about my faith and why I chose Christian music. This is question number 4. Question number 4, when did you decide to sing for God? As I grew older, I realized that every gift that God has given us can be used to glorify Him. I wanted my music to reflect my faith and to point people towards Jesus. I also remember the day telling my parents I wanted to be a singer. At first, they were not convinced, but when I said I wanted to be a Christian singer, then they supported that idea. From that moment on, I knew that if I ever became a singer, I wanted my music to glorify God. Question number 5. What message do you want your music to share? I want my music to remind people that they are loved by God, that they are chosen for a purpose, and that they can overcome through Christ. I want my songs to encourage people, bring them hope, strengthen their faith, and to celebrate everything that God has done in our lives. My goal is for listeners like you to leave feeling closer to Jesus and inspired to live out the purpose that He has for them. Question number 6. Which woman from the Bible do you identify with the most? That would be the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus. The Virgin Mary inspires me the most because she faithfully accepted God's calling even when she didn't fully understand everything. Her faith, her humility, her perseverance really encouraged me to trust God's plan for my own life. I also believe that God called me to use my gifts for Him, and that's why I became the Victory of God. Let's move on to songwriting, production, and everything that is behind the scenes. Let's move on to songwriting and production and everything that happens behind the scenes. This is question 7. How do you find inspiration for your songs? Most of my inspiration comes from the Bible, prayer and worship, and my everyday walk with God. I also enjoy writing joyful songs that celebrates life with Christ and that encourages others. Sometimes a melody comes into my head first, and then I build the lyrics around them. Other times a Bible passage or a life experience becomes the foundation of that new song. Question 8. Is songwriting difficult or expensive? I have to say songwriting can be challenging because sometimes it's very hard to put on paper what is in your heart. Equipment and software can be expensive, but you don't need to start with the most expensive gear. I encourage beginners to start with what you can afford. Learn step by step and upgrade over time as you grow. Question 9. Why don't you use AI to do music? For me, songwriting is personal. I want my songs to come from my own heart because that is where the emotion and the meaning comes from. Honestly, I do think that AI is a helpful tool for learning and organizing ideas, but I wouldn't want it to replace my creativity. I believe that creativity is one of the gifts that God has given me. Question number 10. What is music engineering and why do you enjoy it? Music engineering is a technical side of creating music. It includes recording, editing and mixing, and producing songs. I enjoy it because it's amazing to see how a simple idea can become a finished song. I am still learning every week with my classes on Tuesdays, and it's just exciting to see my music come to life. Here are some questions about my music career and where God leads me in the future. This is question number 11. How did you get to record in a professional studio? I had the opportunity to start recording professionally in my music school. My teacher asked me if I wanted to start working on my own songs, and we've been using it to teach me production, songwriting, composition, and engineering. It's an incredible learning experience, and I've learned so much about creating music from start to finish. Question number 12. Do you only sing covers? For now, yes. I'm singing covers while I am continuing to learn and building my platform. My goal is to eventually release my own original Christian music. Also albums and concerts and other projects that God has placed in my heart. Question 13. How many songs are you planning to make? As many as God will allow me throughout my entire life. Music is my passion, and I truly believe it's one of the gifts that God has given me. I personally do not plan on retiring from making music because I love creating songs that encourage people and that glorify God, and we should never stop glorifying God. I'll be first releasing singles, then EPs, and eventually full-length projects as I grow. So I want to do some LPs in the future too. Yes, I do have a lot of songs written, and I fully trust that God will let me do more. And I trust God that He will keep on inspiring me with new songs. My hope in the future is that my music becomes an everlasting legacy that continues to point people to God for generations to come. Question number 14. Are you going to make an album? Absolutely. Releasing an album has been one of my dreams since I was a child. My plan is to start with singles first, then move to bigger projects as I grow. I want my albums to share messages of hope and faith and God's love in a creative, meaningful way. I already have ideas for future albums, but I'll keep those as a surprise for now. My prayer is that every project I release helps people to grow, and I hope to keep on making albums throughout my music career. Now we will finish with a couple of questions about confidence and staying encouraged. So this is question number 15. Do you ever feel discouraged? Like everyone, I have difficult moments too. Whenever discouragement comes, I turn to God through prayer and His Word. Verses like Matthew 7:7 and Job 22 remind me to keep trusting Him. My family, my friends, and my faith encourage me to keep moving forward even when things are not easy. Question number 16. I'm shy. How do I become confident to sing in public? I was very shy growing up. I didn't become confident overnight. Little by little, I started reading in front of my entire church during masses. I served at the altar, and I started singing at different church events. Every small opportunity helped me become more confident, helped me become more comfortable. My advice is to start small. Practice constantly. Ask people you trust for help and pray. Confidence grows over time. Finally, let's end with the fun questions. Yeah! Question number 17. Who are your favorite Christian artists? Some of my favorite artists are Brit Nicole, Toby Mac, Lauren Daigle, Chris Tomlin, Enrique Blanca, For King and Country, and Hillsong. I also enjoy artists like Forrest Frank, Tori Deshawn, Miles Minnick, and Lynn D. I love the way they create modern, uplifting Christian music with creative production while keeping Christ in the center. Well, thank you all so much for watching my Q&A. My very first one. There's gonna be more. I hope you liked getting to know me and my journey a little bit better. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments below because I would love to answer them in the future Q&A. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and follow me on this journey as a rising Christian artist. And as I always say, you are loved, you are chosen, and you are victorious. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next vlog. This is the Victor of God signing off. Peace.